Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, good. Hari stream అవుతుందా? Yeah, so welcome to day 2 of MTC, and this is the final day of the whole MTC lineup for Sac Election 2025, and we'll be having three positions today. Like we have 5 candidates in total. So the first goes this way, it's Sports Affairs Secretary, and we have 2 candidates, Pavan Sai and Gaurav from MTech. Okay, so because because we have done. Okay. So now we'll do something. We'll go for a toss and let the candidates choose who would like to come first to present their manifesto. Okay. So I invite Gaurav and Pavan Sai onto stage.
మనోళ్ళే అదేం లేదు జస్ట్ టెన్షన్ లేదు ఇది కూడా నా ల్యాప్టాప్లో పెట్టాను నేను వేస్తాను
అదే కదా So we'll give Gaurav a chance to choose heads or tails. What do you want?
టేల్స్
So Pavan has let his opponent Gaurav Deshmukh to present his manifesto first.
హలో హలో
See, there is a timer over there. 3:17. 5 minutes from now. Okay. Last 1 minute I'll interrupt it. Okay. ఇక్కడికి రా నువ్వు కూడా కథలు అసలే నేనే కదా అరే మేనిఫెస్టో ఓపెన్ చేయండి ఒకసారి వీటి తర్వాత చూద్దాం guys, I request all of you to maintain give the candidate a chance to start his manifesto. Okay. And I hope you know that you also have to follow the student code of conduct of ID Palakkad at all times during the MTC. Okay. So you can't just blabber or shout anything at random times. Especially, Ash is the most sincerest boy at the back. Okay. Please take care of all that crowd. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ashish, make sure that all of them are silent. Okay. Arey, he was supposed to be a secretary, Pavam. Okay.
But because
Hi friends, I am Gaurav from SOCD MTech first year, and I am contesting for Sports Affairs Secretary for election 2025. So I would like to discuss my manifesto with you, and after that you can ask question. So this is my overall sport initiative. Like first initiative is what I observe and by discussing with people. Like there are no so much activity related to sports like throughout the year. One is GC and another is like inter IT. And like in our semester there is a Sportacus. So what I concluded that we should host like most number of tournaments like what I planning to do like month wise we will host tournament like for August month for the badminton, then September month for the other sport, like that we will go, and so that throughout the year the sport activity is going on. After that also the one more problem in like this year GC is happened, but the one problem is like the GC has very short schedule. Like many student tell me like that we have match and like after that we have class. So I will try to expand that GC calendar. Like definitely I will expand so that matches will happen only on weekend or on holiday. Uh, After that the Saya at Sayadri ground, like Sayadri ground, there is no sitting arrangement. So I will also try to include permanent temporary sitting arrangement at Sayadri, and also with it will also like has shade so that everyone can watch sport and sitting there. After that, I also planning like I will also do the uh, aquatic facility pool for who those are interested in aquatic. So already I discussed with the current sports secretary. He told me that this issue also initiated, and like we can do in your tenure. Like we can talk to the Palakkad's pool, and we can contact with them for the aquatic interested student. After that, kabaddi is a like very popular sport, but unfortunately it is not in our IT Palakkad. So I will also make separate code for the kabaddi ground at Sayadri ground so that interested student can take part. Uh, After that I will also like increase the number of representative for the like issuing and receiving the equipment. Like what happened, like we don't know from where we have to ask the equipment. Like while GC we also face this same problem. We will get like we have got the bat before the one like 1 week, and ball also one ball we only got, so that is also problem. So I will increase the like that transparency between the system by including more number of representative for the each class, each sports wise, so that you can easily issue any equipment. After that uh, for inter IT each sports like we can go to the Palakkad, and we can find a club like club teams, so that we can have practice match with them, so we get that inter IT level platform, so that we can perform well in inter IT and handle that kind of pressure. After that, this is my like overall what we are in cricket. The most important point I added, like I will designate a separate pitch for the tennis ball. Like there is no official pitch and no official thing for tennis ball, everything is for just juice ball, but many people are interested in playing the tennis cricket. So I am going to designate separate pitch for the tennis ball. In football, in Nila there is a main dust issue. So I am going to address that. Like I will make separate court in Sahyadri. Like you can arrange some space there, and we can short sport we can form there. And also I will try to address the dust issue there. In volleyball, volleyball, there is only one court. Like we have to migrate to the Nila to play. So I will also include try to some space, and I will also try to make court volleyball court in the Sahyadri. For basketball, the main issue is ball like quality. Like 1 minute. 10 seconds. So volleyball, I will try to improve the quality of balls, and once the grip tear out, I will also issue the new ball. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, cool down. Now floor is open to questions.
Are. Ah, Mike. One question at a time, okay? No extensions to your questions. Put it short, put it, crisp and clear, okay? No vagueness in questions.
So my question is like you have. So in your manifesto, in multiple places, you have said that you'll arrange a court in Sahyadri. But have you checked like where you can arrange that court, and is it feasible or not? And
yes,
I want to.
Yes. I talked to the current sports secretary. Regarding football court, we can.
Guys, silent. Let him answer.
Regarding football court, like we can make it like at the end of Sahyadri ground. At the end, we can make their short court like that. That space is most of the time empty. And regarding volleyball court, we can make near the basketball court, or like in front of Saveri Hostel also we can make.
Okay, coming to the next question.
Like an extension of his question for basis on the answer you had given. So you told that you would be using the ground in Sahyadri for in the end for football. Okay, that's okay, fine. And the volleyball court near the basketball court. But actually, like if you had talked with the sports officer, or I don't know if you had talked to the sports sec, he would have actually told this. We had talked in a meeting recently with the sports officer, and he told that the region you just mentioned for the volleyball court, like over there in the phase 1A, there is plans of hostels coming up. So there is 0% chance of a volleyball court being set up over there. So that is not a space available. And another one is like even the ground which we have right now, it's actually a temporary ground. So no progress will be done on that ground anymore. Only in the permanent one, which is going to be built up in another 5 years, there will only be progress in that. So I don't think those were proper answers for it.
No. All right. So answer this question is like the case is going on, I know, but still 5 to 6 years there will be no progress. So we can like convince to our chief advisor and Lord, still that year we should have some temporary arrangement so that we can like till 5 or 6 years there will be no proper ground we will get till that. So we have to convince the chief advisor or the dean.
Next, anyone else? Questions? Hello, bro. You want to talk? Hey, Preeten, you want to talk? Bro, I want to ask one question, bro.
Guys, silent! Maintain the code of conduct. Otherwise, you will be escorted out of this room.
Yeah. Bro, in that athletics point, you mentioned that provide new and improved equipment. What is that? Can you tell me what equipment you are going to provide?
Equipment like what equipment like what we discussed with the previous student, what they tell, the running, that hurdle running between, we have to place that what we call, I don't know what we call.
What, bro? Like, okay. Tell me. Hindi
So,
also, bro. Fine, bro.
and what
Hindi also fine. You can tell in.
so I asked like that are very old, so we can bring new that. So,
What that?
sorry, I don't know the name. And also in athletic, the ground condition is not good, so I will try to improve. Like for long jump and all that, make the good ground. Here only, Sayadri only.
Bro, I didn't understand. Once more. Once more. Bro, I didn't understand.
Like for athletic, there is no like a ground available, good track for running and all that. So we will try to make temporary track only in Sayadri with good condition.
No, you told that better equipment, not about ground. You told that better improved equipment. What is that equipment I want? Not ground.
Equipment like for hammer throw, we can bring the new hammer like which have great quality. And for that race sodas, I don't know the exactly name, like, but I will let you know after.
Actually, okay, bro. Actually,
Bro, you know, like hammer, how many kgs will be there?
What?
Hammer. You told hammer. Hammer, how many kgs will be there, you know?
No, I don't know.
Then
Anyone else?
actually, I couldn't get the second point of under that athletics. Can you please explain like established, temporary, efficient? What that means?
Where, which point?
Athletics second point.
Second point. Strike
Aim
fire.
to establish temporary yet efficient arrangements for every event. Like which events?
what events?
What events? How events? Why events?
Like in GC, we have like athletic event like running, that hammer throw. After that, 400-meter relay. All that we don't have temporary like good ground conditions. So we will try to improve that condition, and also make the like continuous athletic event in between. So there are very less athletic event happening.
Next question. Anyone?
So hi bro, like there are many points I wanted to ask. You are saying that you have checked with the current sports secretary before you asked the feasibility. Did you ask why didn't it happen last year? Like for example, you wrote there for gym, strive to hire a trainer for girls. Did, are you thinking like we did not try to arrange?
Yeah.
Like, do you know the problems? Why didn't we do all these points? Like all the points you mentioned, I have brought it up to my secretary. Being the deputy secretary, I brought it up, and we had the issues. Did you question that? Why didn't you do this in the last 10 years?
Main is accommodation problem. Like if trainer is coming from outside the city, institute will not allow to stay here. So we have to also think about the accommodation. I also write here try. Try means try. I will try.
So out of the 30 points you have mentioned, you are telling you will try only around 20 points, which means it has the probability of 50% happening. So out of the 30 points, you will be able to do only 5 or 6 points. So becoming sports secretary for doing 5 or 6 points, do you think is it necessary? You can just tell those 5 or 6 points to the other one who is interested, right?
These are the like major point what I discuss with people. If I get elected, after that, if I go into the system, I will definitely do more work. Like many things I can do, but this is just the overview what I am going to do.
Last 1 minute. Any more questions? You can ask in the comment. Anyone?
Hello, bro. Like, there is a new club added to the sports council this year. Like, Do you know what club it is and how you're going to improve it?
PDM you are talking?
No, it's like Arcane.
Which one?
Arcane.
Oh, sorry, I don't know.
Last question. Anyone?
Why do you think kabaddi is not added in our sports till now?
Like it is not the part of inter-IT, and our institute would only focus on those games which are part of inter-IT.
But it's not.
Okay. Then.
Actually, whatever you're saying, that's not the entire reason. That's not the entire reason. Yes, we do focus on interactive. That is one of our main, major motto. But then kabaddi is not added because of, the possibility of injuries. And if you are aware, kabaddi was there in interactive as well. And there was a major accident that happened. Which led us to remove it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you have specifically added kabaddi when you could have talked to the sports affairs secretary or sports officer or Alok sir, and you could have gotten to know that there are few more sports that are in talks of being added to inter-IT, and you could have started those.
Okay, now with this we wind up his part of active question Q&A session. Now we'll welcome Pawan sir for his manifesto presentation. Pawan, yeah, give him some time to present his manifesto. Then we can taali baja sakte, shout for him, do it. Pawan, you have time from now till 5 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Pawan Sai from Electrical Engineering Department, third year of BTech, and I am contesting for Sports Affairs Secretary in the upcoming elections 2025. I am here to introduce myself, and present my manifesto. So give me 5 minutes to explain my manifesto, and then you can ask me any questions you want. So these promise and vision, you can just go through my manifesto, you'll get to know, but I'll just brief it to you. Like, I am aiming to build a sports culture where not only my 10-year people will benefit from it, but also the upcoming 5 years, there will be a system which can be followed. So basically, being the deputy secretary in the last year, I know the sports council work on 5 different things. One being the grounds and facilities, 2 be the gym and fitness sessions, 3 inter-IIT, 4 the flagship events GC and Sportacus, 5 the general events which we conduct other than inter-IIT people. So coming to grounds and facilities, I know we all know that we have a very limited infrastructure in our campus. The main reason for it is our temporary campus being Neela, and we shifting from Mahalya to Sayadri has been done just before 2 years. And it will take some time before we get our permanent ground facilities. Meanwhile, we have a temporary ground at Sayadri where we can establish few more things like the long jump area which is being constructed right now, and few more other things are in process like Coco Court, and several things are in plan. My major initiatives for grounds and facilities are bringing in a curator for maintaining the cricket pitch. People who are actively participating in cricket know that we struggle to prepare the pitch every match before day. And next, coming to football, we are going to arrange a turf at our Neela football ground. This is already been started. The work has already been started, and it will be done in next 2 months. And coming to volleyball court, the type of soil present at volleyball court is getting many injuries for our volleyball players. So we'll be changing it to yellow soil, which is commonly used in inter-IIT outdoor courts and other volleyball facilities. That will reduce our. I am watching the time. No need to inform you, okay? Which will reduce the injuries also. And coming to gym and everything, there are no events being conducted for gym regularly, and I'll make sure that every month we have a proper session for gym, like a marathon, like a powerlifting workshop or some sort of thing like that. And when it comes to interactive, we know we performed very well last year in our athletics, getting several medals and stuff. We'll be aiming to continue that and even more, getting more medals in, getting more involvement. And we will be introducing badminton women and TT women this year in the upcoming inter-IIT. And one of the major issue for people who went inter-IIT in the last 2-3 years is our jersey design or jersey color. And I'll be aiming to change the jersey color. And coming to GC and Sportacus, I know many people had problems with Sportacus and GC last year due to the scheduling event and all. We will be including GC in our academic calendar so that you guys can plan it way ahead. And coming to Sportacus, we'll have a proper rule book which will be followed, which will not be revised further. And coming to formal events and all, I am planning to conduct a cricket tournament. Okay, I'm planning to tournament two events every month and conduct a cricket tournament after each and every examination. This will be a tennis ball tournament, and you will be playing on the main pitch with mat, because there is a feasibility of getting another pitch, but seeing our ground, it's very small. We won't be able to play tennis ball if we get another pitch, either that side or this side. And coming to other stuff I am planning to do is maintain the statistics of each and every player. This will be done in our website. And remaining things, you can just go through my manifesto. There are many other things which will impress you. And this is the structure I am planning to form my sports council, and we will be introducing a separate section for female representatives and female secretaries so that our female participation will increase. So these are my credentials. I was the deputy sports secretary last year. I am the joint EML secretary. I was the media head for GC and previous tenure of sports council. Thank you. If you have any questions, you are free to ask.
Now the floor is open to questions. Guys, I would like to remind you that if you do not follow the students' code of conduct, you will be escorted out of this room, okay? And possibly you will get a disciplinary action against you also, okay? I'm not saying this lightly. First question? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm seeing everyone. Yes. Huh? Should I see like this? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I'm looking at the whole audience. Close cover. I'm looking at the whole audience. No, I'm not targeting you. No, I'm not targeting you. Okay. First question. First question.
So, bro, like as you said, GC, you said you'll conduct GC for 1 month, and that is actually time where we are all free in event semester. So, if you're conducting GC in that month, any other like say technical events or cultural events, they'll not get enough participations because you're conducting GC. So, how are you going to tackle that issue?
See, there are 1,600 students in this college and 600 people play GC, and each and every week only 100 people will be engaged. If other councils need participation, they have to get an event such that it drags people choosing tech or cultural rather than sports. So people are...
Next question.
So we have a rule, I guess, for the clubs that if another council is having some event, other council can't have any event during that phase. So will you going to change that thing? Because as you're saying that you will be extending the GC tenure for like 1 month or 1.5 months. So in that case, other councils won't be able to host their events. So are you going to change that rule?
See, the rule will be there, and I will be giving. We will be planning accordingly. There will be some events which will come up eventually, and we cannot like these rule will be.
But don't you think it would be very hard for other councils to manage that complete 1.5 month? Like in a semester, we just get 4 months. And if you're planning 1.5 month GC, in that case,
See, it's not 1.5 month. It's just 1 month, and it will be only on weekends.
So in that case, it would be a bit, for other councils, it won't be fair.
The timings will also be feasible, right? The GC will be only conducted in 4 hours on Saturday and Sunday. There are 8 more hours where you can conduct other events.
Wait, we have Gaurav asking question to Pawan sir.
You have mentioned that you will change the jersey color. Like, why is it so? What is wrong with green color? And like, what is the difference between color and sport?
See, the last 2 years I've been part where the design stuff is going on, and it has been very difficult to find a design with neon green and black, and whichever design we find, inter-IT people are not satisfied with it, with the color combination.
You mentioned color there, like.
Yeah, that's what. If we change the color, we have many other designs which are good and people like them.
Then what will be the new jersey color? Like, what will be the new color of jersey?
New color will be based on poll. We'll be sending out giving 5 options. We'll be sending out a poll to the upcoming inter-IT contingent. Whichever color they select, we'll be changing it to that.
Now this time, why we go on that? Like, why we get that design? Like, desired design we want.
See, we have to propose it in the inter-IT meet, which will be conducted year before. So by the time we got the what do you say? By the time we got involved into the contingent leaders and stuff, it is already been decided. So now I am like being the contingent leader last year. I have the authority to get this point into the meetings. So I have already put it in the meeting, and we will be able to change.
Okay, thanks.
Pawan.
Actually, is there any rule or something that you can't change the jersey color?
Like in inter-IT rules, though, if we change it, we cannot change it for the next 3 years.
Yes. And has it been 3 years?
Yeah, we have been participating in inter-IT from 2016, right?
And when you're changing the color, what all things you need to consider? Because you're saying that you will take the polls from the students and you will fix the color, whatever they're saying.
So the only rule which we have to see while we are changing the color is it should not clash with any other inter-IIT's color. So we'll be seeing all the other 22 colors and opting whichever are good, 5 to 6 colors which will be good other than those 22, and giving the choice to the previous contingent or the present contingent, and take a poll and finalize the color.
Okay.
Nice shirt color, Pawan sir.
Pawan sir. Like in inter-IT, there is a fan base for green color. You know that?
Yeah.
You know? Why? If you go with green color, they will tell their like this team is IIT Palakkad team.
I know.
You know that?
I know.
Then how you can change that color?
See, this is a request from like 60 people out of the 105 people who went to inter-IT. So when it is more than 50%, we should consider it, which is why I put a point.
Now, tell me that. Will you prefer like all participants or medalist participants?
See, you will be here one more year. he'll get one more medal. There is a possibility that we'll get few others in the next year who will get medals for the next 4 years. So we should consider the number of medals more than. That is what I feel.
Hi. So in your credentials, you had mentioned that you're a joint secretary of the EMLs, right?
Yeah.
So what was the last EML session that happened?
The last EML that was happened was by Piyush sir on road safety thing.
Yeah. Any
The
questions?
correct answer for that would be Symphony of Seven, not Piyush.
I was part of.
Mic थोड़ा दूर.
Hello, Pawan Sai. Can you open the credential page? Where is the fucking code of conduct, bro? Huh? You are using, you are targeting us directly, and you are saying
Hey, Revant.
Revant. This is unfair, bro. This is completely unfair. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to. You can leave.
You can leave if you want. No, I did not. I did not. Any other questions?
Question. Ashish. Anna. Question.
Who has a question now?
Himanshu was asking.
Anyone else?
Okay, now we'll switch to the next round, passive Q&A session for both the candidates. Gaurav, you can come on the stage.
Common notes.
I maintenance. Okay.
अरे कुछ मैनिक पंप है ना मैनिक पंप
Go to that. Okay, you have now, this is a 10-minute round again. You can ask a question in common. It should not be specific to any single individual over there. Okay, so if there is a question, it should be for both of them and both of them has to answer it. And even your framing style should be in the same way. Okay. So who wants to go first?
So like my question is like you guys know that there's an inter-IT for water sports. So like what are your plans over it and what do you want to do to create a culture in our IIT for water sports?
So basically, if you go through my manifesto, I have mentioned like taking interested students to nearby aquatic pools. The main problem we are facing to start a contingent for aquatics meet is finding a pool where the requirements at inter-IIT are meeting, because So there are several requirements needed for a pool to be like to practice for inter-IIT. So once we get a pool like that, we'll be taking to students there, like how we take athletics people for track before every inter-IIT. We'll be taking people there. If we find good enough swimmers and people contingent size is formed, we will be taking in the upcoming tenure or the next tenure.
I also mentioned my manifesto, so I will also follow same thing.
Yeah, so I have a question for both of you, and I have the similar. I'm asking the same question to past two in the last two MTCs for sports as well, and still I haven't got the answer. So if you see sports, and particularly sports secretary, he has a lot of pressure, external pressure too. So there is a lot of admin involved, and this year even the current secretary got a lot of pressure from his council itself. I mean, during Sporticus, there were a lot of people who wanted to resign, and a lot of issues happened. So my question is, we as a students gonna choose either one of you, and how will you be fair in representing us when there is a lot of pressure coming from PTI, and now we don't know how the equation between sports officer and the student will be. So there's going to be a lot of pressure. People will be pulling you apart at a lot of direction. So how do you intend to deal with it? I mean, and just please don't give me a very hypothetical answer that we'll discuss and look forward to it, because it never happens. And mostly I end up seeing that the student opinion at a lot of places is neglected, and a lot of admin gets involved, a lot of few people who are very influential get involved. So how do you intend to deal with it? You get my question, right, both of you?
For this matter, like we can increase the number of representative, and for like each class we can ask for the like what is their doubt, and like we can also review from like your review about this tournament and all that, what is your problem with the tournament, so that we each one gets satisfied, then this issue will never happen. And if it is happening, then we should have to give, like we have to take strict action against them.
So I've seen this admin pressure for the last 3 years, because I've been the deputy media head and all. So I know from where the pressure comes and all. So I'll be honest, at some point we are helpless. We have to listen to admin. At few things like when it comes to budgeting, when it comes to permissions, we have to listen to admin. But when it comes to purely student things, for example, we used to have common equipment for cricket for the last 2 years during Abhinand's tenure and before. But this tenure, we have separated it. We had a lot of admin pressure to keep it same. But we went against the admin and we got our separate equipment. This is how, like, places where we can separate the admin from us, I will be separating them, and we will be using the staff and faculty separately, treating them separately rather than include everything, so that the pressure will be decreased. So this is one way I thought of, like, only way we can decrease some amount of pressure. And when it comes to other things like during conduction event and all, that is inevitable, because we have a PTI, a FA, a sports officer, like a dean. We have several people to ask permission, take permission, and report to. So finally, we have to listen to them if we get a pressure. So that's all.
Yeah, so here's a common question for both of you, but I want Gaurav to start answering this. Okay, so Gaurav, what is the, like, we have a new sports officer who has come from IT Indo to IT Palakkad. He has been posted in IT Palakkad a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so what is the major role, and I mean, what is the main difference between a sports officer and a PTA for an IIT now? Like, what are they gonna play in?
PTA mean physical training advisor you're talking.
Physical training?
What is you said, PTA?
PTA.
Physical training advisor.
No. PTI.
PTI, physical training instructor.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And difference between sport officer.
Yeah.
Okay,
who is that PTA?
PTA is Alok sir.
Okay, sports officer?
Sport officer, I think new.
He's Renchu sir.
Renchu.
Sir. Okay, anyways, names doesn't matter now, but what is their job? Like, why are there two members out there in the whole structure?
Like on student end, like if we talk between the like between dean and student, there is like PTA, faculty advisor, and sport officer. So like I would say sport officer is like more toward the chief advisor, that end. So first we have to talk to the Alok sir. After that, in between like faculty advisor and PTI, and in between they discuss, and then like with the permission of sport officer, they will proceed with the thing.
Okay, so why didn't then, like, you're saying that now sports officer has some job to do, right? What happened to all these days so far? Who did that? How did that void fill in? Pawan, you can take this up. All these days there was no sports officer, only PTA was operating, right? So how did this void get filled, and what was the need of sports officer all of a sudden when there was no significant growth of strength, or that when there is no significant growth of infrastructure of sports council?
So basically, when I talked about this to sports officer, he told me that half of the things that sports secretary and the sports council is doing, it is needed to be done by the admin itself with the supporting staff. Since we did not have a sports officer, PTI with the help of sports council has been doing everything, like the expenditure for each and every event, taking it to admin, taking the bills to admin. These are not the works of sports council. Sports council is supposed to only prepare, plan, and conduct the events. And when it comes to the payments and all, it's the sports officer and the supporting staff under him who needs to take care of this. Until now, PTI with the help of sports council has done the works of all these works. Now with sports officer coming in and little more staff going under him, these pressure will be reduced from sports council, and the work will be done as it is done in other IITs. And even when it comes to inter-IIT meetings and all those people will be responsible other than the sports council. If you have attended any inter-IIT meet, there will be sports secretary and 4 other staff from sports sector from each IIT attending it. Only our IIT, only FA, sports secretary, PTA attends.
Anyone has any questions, or can we skip to the next one? Yeah.
Okay, so in both of your manifestos, you had mentioned about extending the period of GC, like conducting it into 3 weekends. Like, so like, Gaurav, you have not seen it, but we have conducted 2 GCs till now. The first one we conducted it over a period of 3 weekends on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And this time, like actually, still the initial plan was conducting it properly, but in January, but due to budget constraints, actually we could not. So hence we had to push it forward like towards February, and then it became a cluster. So like, but what do you guys think? Like, if we conducted it over 3 weekends, like what I felt from the first GC was like the hype goes off. But this time when it was happening throughout 9 days, there was a hype between every students who were participating in the GC. So don't you think that hype will go?
So before going to hype, like let us take the information about this GC and last GC. Last GC was more fun to our students. Like this GC, faculty and staff enjoyed, but our students enjoyed last GC. This is what I got when I sent the feedback form. We will be honest. Like I was also the organizing lead and all. This GC, it was too congested to plan, strategize and all. So there are pros and cons in everything. The hype won't go. We will ensure that people are engaged because you also know that faculty and staff doesn't like to spend their weekends. much of their weekends. So we will be needing to conduct events on Wednesday or Thursday whenever there is time. So we will come up with some sort of things such that hype doesn't go on. Like initially we need to have a plan, which is why I mentioned from second week to 3 weeks. If we really feel ki the hype goes, we can come up with some other plan where without hype going and students not feeling much pressure academically, we can come up with some plan, form a team and conduct the event. And by students not enjoying it doesn't mean it was not a success. I was referring to playing sports with classes going on like early morning cricket and after evening football and all immediately after classes. It affected them academically also. They enjoyed GC, but it affected them academically, including me.
I would say like there are some pros and cons. We have to decide the priority like between hype and between the good conduction of GC. And if it is a like true sport person, like which is always for the sports, so we have to take consider pros and cons and proceed accordingly.
So like what I would say is like what I could think of one is like you could try and like you guys both are planning to try and bring up a schedule beforehand and try to add it into the academic calendar. So like if you guys can contact the academic people, like if we can get 1 week's afternoon onwards, that like for 1 week alone, like afternoon classes of that week is fully cancelled, you get basically 11 days. In which like there is 4 weekends and 5 days from which afternoon onwards you guys can conduct matches and everything. So don't you think that will be a better idea?
That is what I told you, right? We can come up with some sort of format where it is feasible for everyone. It's not like we will only stick to our plan. We'll take inputs from the council. Like we'll be forming a council consisting of around 30 to 35 people. So we'll be taking inputs from council and then make our final decision.
Hello. Okay, basically, as a sports secretary, you would be responsible for scheduling the matches and during the tournaments, right? So, how will you ensure the transparency about the scheduling? Like, you might be favoring your friends and your batchmates, and you might schedule matches accordingly. So, how will you ensure it's equal and like favorable for all?
Yeah, like I mentioned in manifesto, we can increase the number of representatives so that the gap between the student counseling and student can
One
be
minute. I'll reframe that question in more refined way. Okay. See, let us say you have 1370 students. Okay. Your friend is also contesting. Okay. I mean, your friend is also participating because he says that tomorrow he's not here in campus. At some or the other point in your mind, you will feel that you have to change it before him, right? But you won't do the same for all the random students on campus. How will you ensure that you will not do it for your friend, even though he has a serious concern? That is what like Vaibhav meant to ask.
Obviously we have to listen to majority. Like for one person, we can change the entire schedule. Your question is like, I get it right. I will for scheduling we have to take consider like between if we are match between two teams, then both teams should be agree with that point now for schedule. Did I get right or not?
Actually, that is not the correct way of scheduling. He'll answer that.
So basically, like most of the things people doesn't know. Like in the first edition of GC itself, a proper schedule plan is given. Like the groups are named A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4, and the events are also planned like A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4 and all. And we'll be deciding the timings before the pool pickings, dates and timings. Once the pool is picked, that directly goes. If A1 comes as stealthy panthers, that directly goes to A1. We won't be changing any middle. We won't be changing anything without the permission of board members. If you have seen the group, like if there is any schedule change, we need to inform it to the captains, board members, and then change it.
Claiming that there is something wrong that happened in GC schedule and now Vaibhav is up with a question.
So
Your
please
own roommate.
approach the captains and contingent leaders so that you will understand how it is changed.
Your own roommate has a question, not even the Janta of IIT Palakkad.
My roommate did not ask me that directly. He's asking
He's
here.
asking it both to both of you, but I know specifically where he's actually redirecting it to. Okay. So why is he having a problem? Though he watches you closely.
See, these answers, their captains and their contingent leaders know. And my sports secretary also knows that the contingent leaders and captains knows what happened in the schedule changes and all.
Roommate, your issue started? Okay.
We have sports officer Renju sir and Alok sir. For both of you. For both of you, I'm asking. We have common question. We have Renju sir, we have Alok sir. If you have any problem, we will directly meet to Alok sir or Renju sir, and we'll solve that problem. Why we need to reach you for any problem? Why we need sports secretary?
As you.
No. Why we need sports secretary? I don't know. We, like those two people are friendly with us, then we can directly approach them, then directly we can talk to them. Why we need sports secretary? Just define why we need.
So if you have a problem and you directly go to Alok sir and Renju sir, finally the message comes to the sports secretary and the sports council to help them in working it. So they can't be doing all the things alone. So they need someone from students to help them in everything. So that is why they need a sports secretary who will maintain a team such that the problem is resolved.
Like the ground level problem that are there only like student can reach to the other student easily between like we can't reach and say all problem to the sir. All the student affair counseling is handled by student and there will be one advisor so that you can reach the student easily. Like between the student and faculty it is always easy to reach the student and faculty can't like handle each thing. Student is at ground level so that it can look up to the each thing easily.
Last question.
What were the measures you are going to take such that our IIT performance in intra-IIT sports meet is going to increase, except athletics and basketball? Tell me about the other sports. What were the measures you are going to take such that What were the measures you are going to take such that our IIT performance in intra-IIT sports meet is increased?
So basically, about this thing, I talked to sports officer. We'll be conducting a monthly review of the inter-IIT teams. And as you can see in my manifesto, we'll be maintaining the institute teams from immediately after I become the sports secretary till I get on as sports secretary, such that the team will play matches from April till December before we go, so that the performance will increase in each and every sport. And we'll be having a review meeting with coaches and captains every month to review the performance of players, if like whether all players are performing good or whether we have to change the team or not.
I would like to add one more point. Like while I am going to the inter-IT, what I feel that like there is lack of some motivation. Like what is there at inter-IT and what we are playing, there is very gap between that. So I would like to take like some motivational and some session in between so that we got to know like what is happening in inter-IT, what is the like meaning of winning the medal, what you will get like respect and all that. There is a very gap between playing here and going directly to the inter-IT. So I will try to bridge that gap so that like people will keen to the play for the IIT Palakkad and always try to improve the game.
See, that will be the very last question, okay? You have already asked enough, Vinay. You have already asked enough.
Till now, you are deputy sports secretary. What are you doing till now? And you want to become the secretary, then what change you will can do? I don't believe you that you are the right candidate. And all the questions which you have answered, that is like that you have remembered all the questions and answers. Your answers are not that much reasonable that it seems that you are remembering all the questions answers. This much fast you are not even understanding in your class, and this much fast you are understanding in your in this. I don't understand.
Okay, can I answer? See, the reason I am answering this fast is because I am not standing as a sports secretary, just going to inter and coming. Okay, I am working in sports council from last 3 years.
Then
and second thing coming. One minute. And second thing coming to the deputy sports secretary thing, let me answer your question first. Be good. So being a deputy sports secretary, you can ask my secretary how much work I have did. Being the contingent leader, you can ask my secretary how much work I have did. Whatever work is given to me, I have done. And I want to become sports secretary so that my initiatives will be properly done.
Then
Being
you
a deputy
have not
sports
of
secretary, I
your
cannot
views.
bring in
Whatever
initiatives.
given by secretary, you can do only. You have not your own views.
What? Please repeat the question.
You have not any your views. You are doing whatever the secretary is telling. If he is wrong, then you are doing the same thing.
See, being a deputy secretary, I have to support my secretary whether he is wrong or right. If you are working as a deputy secretary, you are supposed to support your secretary, not go against him. Okay.
No. Then if he is doing the wrong, then you will do all those things.
So see, the question was not in common. Okay. Anyways, he has asked now that you are a deputy sports secretary, you want to become a secretary. Now we have a student or a candidate beside him. Now he will answer almost the same question, but he is not a deputy sports secretary. Chalo, go ahead.
First, if there anything wrong goes, like anything wrong decision taken by the sports secretary, then I will surely inform to the student like this is decision is taking. You are like agree with this, not. If it not, then I will. If things are no accordingly mine, then like I will prefer to resign, but don't go with the wrong thing.
Okay, Lakshmi Prasanna, get the mic.
Bro.
Yeah, so now this is SAC exclusive round. Okay, now we'll ask the questions. Okay, but this is not common again. Okay, because we didn't individually ask, this will not be common. Now, Gaurav, firstly, congratulations because you got an internship. Clap for that. Okay, he'll give you a party. Okay, he'll give you a party for both sports. Okay. So Gaurav got 11-month internship, which is in offline mode in Bangalore. Do you agree, Gaurav?
Yes.
Once again, congratulations for that. Okay. So from here, I need attention of whole crowd to me and Gaurav. Okay. So Gaurav, your internship will be starting from July 2025 and will end in May 2026, right?
Yes, sir.
So does it mean that you won't be in campus in your third and fourth semester of your MTech program here? Yes or no?
I will not go to the internship.
Huh?
If I win,
But you accepted the offer, right? You have accepted the offer, right?
So, Gaurav, Mr. Gaurav, are you aware that are you aware of our internship policy?
What?
Our college internship policy. Are you aware of it?
Yeah, I am aware.
So if you reject an internship, what is going to happen?
What?
If you reject an internship, what will happen according to our policy?
What will happen according
You
to?
will not be allowed to sit for
First of
placement.
all, did you accept that offer?
Except, yeah, I accept the offer.
See, you already accepted it.
So now if you reject it, what is going to happen?
Not formally accept, like they didn't send the offer letter till now me.
No, bro, you have already sent the email for acceptance. The offer letter will come at a week before you start. So that is different.
Accepted on mail, right? Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I can
now
I can
if
drop
you
it, I can
reject,
surely
you will
drop it.
not be allowed to sit for placements. Are you aware of it?
Yeah, I know. Not placement.
So you
For
will not sit
internship,
for-
I will not allowed to sit.
No, for placements you will not be allowed if you reject an internship.
You are an MTech student, not a BTech. Okay, I try for off campus.
Okay. So
once let us clap because he is ready to sacrifice his internship. Okay. Yeah. Second, Gaurav. Do you want to set up a football court behind cricket ground? You want to use the space between Malahar and Saveri to play football or volleyball? How can you do this circus all around, wherever you want? I don't understand. Why is this designated infrastructure there? What about plan A of construction, plan B of construction, plan C of construction? Why all of this is there by EWD, CPWD? Why did government invest to, set up a plan for IT Palakkad? And now you are, just jumbling the whole campus as if you want. Did you check the feasibility about this with someone?
Yeah, about like football, about football court, I have asked the sports secretary, current sports secretary.
First of all, I would like to start off by what groundwork or research work did you do for this position, right? Because this is a big position. I don't know if you know that or not. When you sent a manifesto, your manifesto was late by 2 days. I don't know why. When 3 days, when two students are standing for the same position, it is only fair if they both share their manifesto together. You agree, right? But your manifesto was 3 days late, and you came to me, talked to me on the day you shared your manifesto. Before that, I had never had any conversation with you. I actually even called you once, but you didn't answer, and I didn't get a call back. I don't know why. So you had only a brief conversation with me in which you explained 3 to 4 points of a manifesto, and I actually was not really sure what to say because next day you had your MTC. Okay, you didn't have any time, nothing, you just came. So I firstly would like to ask so many questions specifically to you about your manifesto. First is this, you are promising so many infrastructures, volleyball court, football court. In Sayadri ground, we don't have much space because the athletic track is there. And then on the other hand, we have the throwing grounds. Beside that, we don't have as much as a space which we would require for a football ground. And you suggested that place. So,
about football, we can set up like at Sayadri at Lost Corner. I discussed with that where we can shortcut we can arrange because there are many students and only one ground is available at Mila. And
that we know that we have only one ground, but then the space is not adequate for a football ground.
It is like which place, like Sayadri ground?
Yes.
But we can form their short football court at last.
Okay. We'll move on to next point. So you have added in your manifesto that you are going to add kabaddi. Okay. We had already had a conversation about regarding this, but then I also wanted to ask if you are actually really wanting to start something new, you could have thought of some other sports such as Kho. There is many sports which are in talks of being added to Inter-IT as well. I don't know if you have talked. How many sports are in talk of getting added to Inter-IT if you have talked to sports officer or Alok sir or anyone?
Like how many new sports are adding?
In talks of getting added to Inter-IT.
Like this year we are going to add new sport. You are talking about that?
Not specifically this year, but maybe next year.
I'm not aware about that.
Okay, so if you were actually thinking about adding something new, you could have talked to people, you could have gotten to know the information, then you could have thought.
In case of kabaddi, I'm just planning to have the small court so that people can play there.
Okay, so you are willing to take the risk of people getting injured because they won't have proper, coach or proper training. You're just having a court or a ground in which people can just go and play. So the interactive players will also go because they are students. They'll get injured. So you are willing to take the risk.
Every sport there is a risk. Like in every sport there is a risk. So yeah, we can, if any issue happen, then we can think of that. But till that point, like in every sport there is some risk. We can do things like we can only official train kabaddi player we can allow to play there.
That you have not mentioned that you are actually thinking about getting trainers and all as well.
What?
You have not added that point that you are also thinking about getting trainers.
Trainers, like once sports will be start, after that we can add the trainer also.
Okay.
So, what is the spelling of volleyball?
VOLLYBALL.
Guys, is that correct? VOLLYBALL.
Sorry for that.
And you're contesting for Sports Affairs Secretary.
VOLLYBA.
Okay, with this, we wrap up Sports Affairs Secretary's MTC. Okay, we have something for Pawan Sai as well.
In a manifesto, you added that you're going to have a female secretary. So currently, we have just female representatives from each batch. So how effective were they in their responsibilities, and how well you think the new position is going to be fruitful?
See, first coming to how effective the female representatives were, you can see the number of participations has been increased when you compare from last year to this year.
Okay.
This year, female secretary was there in our every meeting. She went to people and asked them to participate in every sport and all. We know we got a lot more responses in Sportacus also. That is because of the female representative. And the reason we are keeping female secretary is the number of representatives for female increase in the council, the number of participation and interest also will increase. So if we see the ratio of number of female people in council and number of participants, it's almost equal. As the ratio increases, the number of participation also increases.
When last year we are having teams for the interactive, we are also going to take the badminton team for girls. We didn't. And then after we gave the names, we were in discussion to remove the girls team from basketball. Why do you think that was the problem? That was the discussion?
Basketball, the problem was the participation.
Yes.
So our female representatives have went to the players and asked them to come for regular practice session. But there were other commitments for the players who were selected or like who were regular to practice. Due to that, we were thinking like not to take basketball. But this year, I feel we have a lot more participation in basketball women's, and that problem won't be occurring. And when there is a dedicated representative for basketball, like we have a basketball female representative, a little bit more encouragement will be there among themselves, and they will have the feasibility to come.
Pawan Sai, good that you all develop this media club a lot during this GC activities. But I have a question. This media club is always struggling to get a camera from CET team, from Bioscope, or from Cultural Council, or from any other individual camera guy. You as a deputy secretary wrote 1 year, okay. You as a dedicated sports council member for the last 1 year, okay. Did you ever request your sports affairs secretary, or did you ever go and request your sports affairs secretary to allocate a separate budget for a dedicated camera?
See, this has been done when I became the media head only. Like when I became the media head itself, we have proposed, like if you go through Abhinand's expenditure sheet, like initial budget proposal, there is a
I understand your answer. Now I don't get this. Why is there a gap between a deputy and the current sports secretary?
There is no gap. Like even this year also we have mentioned.
Then why didn't your secretary buy it for you?
It was not we did not get approval from FA and Dean. We did not get approval from Dean and FA. They told us like we will make the availability of other camps easier for you.
I'll get. So if your council as a team, I don't specifically point you out, okay. If your council as a team can't convince your FA of sports council, okay. Will that also, apply to all other initiatives that you have planned? Can that repeat?
See, CAM is the last thing we have to worry in a sports council.
Okay.
So
then your media team is actually worried that they are not having a proper equipment during this.
we are providing equipment better than what I had when I became the media head.
Okay.
So
now
eventually, one day when we have enough budget, we will be getting the camera, and eventually we will have a very good media equipment also.
Is that eventually happening thing going to happen in your tenure?
We will try. Like, we don't know like how much the general secretary will be giving me, how much SAC amount will be given to me. So based on that only we can.
Okay. Since general secretary's topic, 1 minute. Since general secretary topic came up, okay. What is your budget proposal for SAC 2025-2026 tenure? 1 minute. How much are you expecting for sports council?
So I am expecting around 20 lakhs.
1 minute. Okay. What was the budget that last SAC gave to sports council?
17.5.
The previous one?
14.
So are you following this AP series?
No.
Then, like, how are you? See, if you are taking away 20, then what about culture and sport? Did they underperform this year? Sorry, cultural and technical. Did they underperform? I
won't comment on other councils.
No, you have to, man. You have to, because you have budget sessions ahead. You have to fight. You have to criticize. Okay, why are you taking away some budget from them? How will you fill that void for them then?
Like, if you go through the expenditures, culturals have left around 5.
No, they are spending it away completely.
Now they are spending
because
it
they have
last minute.
reserved something for ethnic day that will happen, and then the whole budget is zero. BOB Nata, whole budget is zero. Okay, and for tech week is happening, then budget is zero. Okay, so everyone is using it up to the mark. Okay, it was not like the previous tenure where tech left 4 lakhs. Okay, cult left 1 lakh, something like that. Okay.
See, if you have seen the proposal.
But 1 minute, when everyone has performed equally well, do you claim that cultural council is underperforming or technical council is underperforming?
See, I won't comment on the performance of other councils. Like,
then see, how will you compare?
You asked me how much are you proposing.
How will
so if you see, we have proposed around 25 lakhs and we got 17 lakhs. And I am telling I'll propose 20 lakhs.
Okay.
How much will I get? It's not in my hand.
Okay, 1 minute. How much are you okay with? Nah, 27.
See, I should adjust. If the general secretary is giving me only 10 lakhs, I should adjust with the 10 lakhs.
Okay, cool.
And if a general secretary is sensible enough, he knows how much sports council needs.
Sensible general secretaries, please. Sensible general secretaries, please think about sports council. Okay. With this, we will wrap up the MTC of Sports Affairs Secretary.
Thank you.
Better perspective.
10
When the
sec.
questions
Sure,
from the
sure.
student comes,
Ah.
please do put someone who takes it as a model.
Sure.
Error announce here.
So, guys, back to silent mode. We have Kaushal Singh on stage. Kaushal Kumar, sorry. Kaushal Kumar. You know, Ashish Singh has been the most biggest influencer, so I am always confused. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let us give him some time. Okay, he'll present his manifesto. He's trying to develop our hostels in a great way. Let him present it, and then we'll ask him questions. Let the MTC go ahead.
So, hello everyone. I am Kaushal Kumar, undergraduate student of Electrical Department from batch B23. This year I am contesting for Hostel Affairs Secretary. My vision is to well manage hostel committee and a transparency in the hostel council, especially in Nowhere Club. And my the most important vision is to improve the quality of the mess food. I promise you all that this year the quality of the mess food will be best. Under hostel council there are three major domains: hostel, mess and clubs. In the hostel, to enhance the living conditions, we will be going for the coffee vending machines, which will be the vendor best. Right now the vending machine is the student run, so it's not working. So we will go for the vendor best coffee vending machines. Refrigerators in hostels in the common area, which will be open to you all and you can access it anytime. Regular room cleaning service. There will be room cleaning service 2 times in the running semester. A proper cemented and rubber flooring badminton court for the safety of your alls. Cooking induction and pantry room in every hostel. There will be a room which will consist of 5 or 6 cooking induction. You can access it anytime. If you want anything cook, you can go there over there and cook. For transparency in hostel council, hostel affair website will be there. A proper hostel log initiative will be maintained, and on every semester there will be one HVM hostel body meeting. We will also going to organize some inter-hostel events and night sport culture. And I am specially focusing on the festival celebrations. For example, Ugadi, Ram Navami, Chhat Puja, Pongal, Eid, and this year we will be celebrating all of them on the grand scale. Regular monitoring of the hostel equipments, a fully stocked first aid kits, disasters and fire safety training. Now coming to the most important part, mess. So we are going to make a menu which will be on the student choice. Veg, non-veg representative, healthier breakfast option, and we will increase the upper limit of the mess cut, especially for the PhD students. We will stick the feedback QR code on over the mess where you can access it anytime and you can fill the form after every meal. We will keep the Dr. Manu and a proper dietitian as the mess committee member to verify our mess menu. Hand dryers will be assembled in the mess for hygiene, regular pest control and cleanliness. Now for extras, we are going for pre-order and pre-payment of the extra. Better snacks, in which we will improve the quality and quantity of the snacks. Introduction of the spice counter. And we will try for the one more Amul outlet in this Sayadri campus. The fruit vendor which is coming right now, his rates are real high with compared to the market prices. So we will try for the fruit vendor which will give us the fruits on the price which are given in the market. Now coming to the clubs, for horticulture clubs, we will organize more gardening shops. And now coming, it's our college only, bro. You don't know it. Now coming to Nowhere Club. So This time we will nowhere club. We are dividing the trips like 30% PG, 30% UG, and 40% will be in the mixed ratio to ensure that everyone gets opportunity. And this time we will also request our faculty advisor to send the Google form from his side only. There will be no hostel affair. There will be no hostel affair secretary in the loop for that. So with this is the my manifesto. Now I am open for question and answer.
Now the floor is open to questions.
Hello.
Hello.
Why do you think we need a mixed ratio and ratio like 30% PG, 30% UG, 40%?
So during the campaigning, I met some PG guys. They said that we know the upcoming the schedule of the upcoming 7 days. So it's better for us if you ask us when we are free. And mostly in this year also there was no. They didn't get chance to visit in the nowhere trips.
Like yeah, like everyone will get the same chance now. Like we are the secretaries for the club. Like I am the secretary for the club. Did you ask me like what are the conditions which are happening in the nowhere club, or did you like contact me or any there's one more club secretary, did you ask him?
I asked Revant.
Huh? He is there here only.
No.
Bro, we are like
regarding
it's
the dividing of the trips.
it's equal opportunity, bro. It's not a like separate trip for UG, separate trip for PG. It's an equal opportunity.
It's better.
Huh?
If you ask anyone, if anyone have any better suggestions, please tell me.
Okay, one more point. Do you think FA doesn't have any work to do? Like, do you think FA doesn't have any work to do? Like, he should fill the he should send the form.
No, we will not say FA that you send the mail at a particular time. Whenever he want, he can send the mail.
Nah, then he should be the one who selects the people, and he should be the one to ask the money. And if he has the form access, he should be the one now.
Okay. They ask first.
So, Kaushal, my question is like you promised. Hello. Yeah, my question is like you promised for a pantry and a refrigerator and all of it. So you know that for vegetarian people or Jain people, we don't feel comfortable like sharing the same space with non-vegetarian people. So how do you manage it, and also like how do you maintain the like health?
So right now I have no plans regarding that. After making the whole full hostel council, we will definitely work on that.
Hello, Kaushal. So we have seen many mails that the clothes put for laundry are missing after a while. There were several incidents reported like that. Being a wannabe gone hostel affairs secretary, what are you going to do in this regard? The clothes are not missing after they are put for laundry.
So we will be maintaining a proper logbook for that.
Notebook for those who are putting the laundry.
Yeah.
Really? So who's going to maintain the notebook? Who's going to maintain what are the clothes that are put for laundry? It's personal, right? So if you are going to put the clothes for laundry, I don't get the idea. See, seriously, I don't get the feasibility of keeping a notebook for recording who are going to put the clothes for laundry and what are clothes are they putting for laundry. This is not going to work at all.
See, the first thing is that no one is responsible for your clothes. You are the only one responsible for your clothes.
So is that your answer?
As the hostel affairs secretary, we will approve your mails. Is the only thing we can do for you.
Oh, wow. So next question. You have You have kept that you will be keeping fridges. The same question goes there. What is the guarantee that the food you keep in the fridges will be safe?
So with the discussion with our dean students, that Dr. Deepak sir, he has clearly mentioned that it will be at your own risk. But for your betterment, we will prepare a logbook in which you will enter. If no one,
Okay. So you have also mentioned that you will be having a pantry in the hostels. Please. Okay. So. Okay. Back to the question. Back to the question, please. Okay. So you have said that you will be keeping a pantry in the hostels. Where are you going to keep, and why do you think is not there now?
we are working on that. That's the problem we are facing. When we were discussing with the dean, dean has given his permission. He said, you just found a place where we can implement our plans.
So far, the culinary club. This is not the question. This is the reply. So this is not the question. Okay, this is the reply. So. If you don't know, there's a culinary club here.
Yeah,
we have an induction. We have an induction stove. We have an oven. We have a mixer grinder. So we are not allowed to use any of these electrical appliances inside the hostel. Okay.
No. In hostel, it's
even in common room.
mentioned-
So you have to take all these appliances to the mess and cook something from there.
No, it's clearly, if you go through the hostel rules, it's clearly mentioned that near the security guard, there is a 15 ampere socket is there, which you can use for the things.
So Kaushal, first of all,
thank you so much for bringing that 30, 40 and 30% of this Nowhere Club. What is your say on that? A form releasing at 10 o'clock and the first response is coming at 10.0.013 seconds. So how can one fill a form in 13 seconds?
We have some friends over there, they are telling that they can...
30 to 13 seconds.
So as I already mentioned that this time from further the form will come through the faculty advisor only. He will handle all the response sheet and all these things. There will be no student body included in that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, yeah, 1 minute. Just let us point out something other. Who is the faculty advisor of Nowhere Club?
Dr. Garima ma'am.
Good.
Next question.
He's trying to open. Don't get nervous.
No problem. Slowly open. Yeah. Okay, so the point I would like to come into is like almost all the points you have mentioned, I feel it's 0% feasible, but 100%.
No. Who said this is 0% feasible?
Like I will
we
show,
already
like, that was
discussed with the
wait. Coming to the question. So like
As Nandana previously mentioned, none of those points will be feasible. And also coming to the next point in your manifesto, where you have mentioned that you will be bringing in free cleaning service twice a sem. So actually, first of all, like if you're not aware, when we were in Ahilya, there was actually a paid system where the people used to come and clean our rooms for 50 rupees and like clean and mop for 100 rupees. But now when we have come here, they have stopped the service. And when we actually asked the dean about it, he told that it's good to learn a few manners. Like it's good that we start to clean our rooms. That will be helpful for our future lives. So if you're planning, so have you checked whether it's feasible at all? Or if this does not happen and it's not feasible, will you come and clean my room?
Can you repeat the last line?
Like because I'm telling you it is not feasible, like because I have approached the dean about this. So when you approach the dean and he rejects it, when you become the hostel sec, will you come and clean our rooms every twice? I would like to get a number also for cleaning.
No, I am not doing any public service so that I should come to you and clear your room. And if you are asking about the feasibility, so we already discussed it with the hostel manager. And he said that it's possible if you want to do it. No. Like,
Any other question?
Hello, I am audible, bro? Yeah. How you are going to change that mess menu? Like if sometimes earlier you have seen that, I'm not sure you have noticed or not that, like last time, sometimes when I ask like how you are going to change this menu, like within 1 week they will change whatever they want to change. If you want to bring that back, it will take more than 1 month. They will ask, yeah, SRRC supervisor will come, they will discuss, then only it will come. But if they want to change, they can change that one within 1 week. And second thing, like for, I'm not sure about that others, but like in Ahilya, when we are staying there, we are getting separate counter for like spicy and non-spicy food. So what you are going to do that for it?
So I already included in the manifesto that there will be a spice counter. And talking about the mess menu, it's already mentioned that the mess menu will be fully based on the student choice. We will float a form to the students, out of which how many inputs comes, we don't know, but the input comes, we will select the common one from them. And we will again float the form by giving the option, the common dishes. And for what the most responses come, we will go for that.
Or like last time I noticed several times, no one is sharing that how many people opted for what, like which one they are opting for one. So how you are make sure that whatever you are saying, how we can believe that is correct?
So that's why that there will be a proper transparency. If you want, we will share you all the responses.
Yeah, I want that only because same thing happened for that Novary club also. I mailed them and then they are not forwarding. Why? What you will do?
What? Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, I mailed regarding that Novary club, whatever happened. Everyone know about that. I'm not blaming someone, but I'm saying that when I wrote a mail to all students, they are not forwarding that one. Why?
That I don't ask.
No.
Nowhere club head is here. The Nowhere club head is here, so it's better.
Then sec, can you answer that one, bro?
Yeah. So okay, give me some. Yeah. 1 minute. I'll answer. Anyways, I guess he didn't attend any GBM so far, but I'll re-answer it for you, bro.
Yes.
See, when you're actually writing any mail to students, it is not a responsibility to approve it or reject it.
Okay.
We didn't approve, neither we rejected it. Okay. Not only in case of yours, even when Samir Kumar Anand Bhaiya wrote a big mail about something, we did the same. We will only approve the mails that are related to our council activities, their Petrocor activities or IR activities or anything of that sort which are directly under our jurisdiction. Okay. Apart from that, everything will be handled by Biju sir, HODs, and rest of the moderators who are in administration. We are not supposed to approve, neither reject it.
So suppose I am writing a mail to Novary club head. So it is not going to Novary club head.
It is going to nowhere club,
And
but it is
student
not.
club also, but they are
Students,
getting.
one minute, get some clarity. Students at that IDPKD includes every student.
Yeah, every student.
Yeah. So it won't reach all of them. But if these people are CC'd, Dean is CC'd, I was CC'd, Nowhere Club Head was CC'd, Revant was CC'd, we all got a mail. Okay. But the moderation by administration was not approved. That is the reason why your mail didn't go to all of these students.
So who is responsible for that?
Huh? You can contact Biju, sir.
No. What is the responsibility for general sec? Then why we are electing general secretary?
So see, sir.
If we are not able to discuss our, then why we elect you?
1 minute. See, that is where again you are coming back to the same point number 0. I already said we are only supposed and we are only allowed to approve the mails that are related to our council activities. When you have an issue, when you are bringing it to higher authorities, there is a system that you have to follow. Since you didn't follow, admin is not happy to approve it. Did they reject it? I don't know. Did they approve it? No. Neither did both of that, right? So if that is there, you can check with them because that doesn't come under our jurisdiction.
So it is related to student or not?
See, it is related to student that you are
Then it is the responsibility of the general secretary to discuss that matter.
It is not. It is not.
No, it is.
Also, okay.
Then what is the motive of general secretary?
Okay. See.
Then why we are electing general secretary, sports secretary? If we have to convey that matter
also,
directly to the sports secretary or whatever, then why we are electing you?
Do you know what is GBM?
I don't know anything. Okay. I don't know anything. Okay. What is the motive of general secretary? You tell me.
Okay. Do you know what is GBM? General body meeting. Do you know how many GBMs happened in my tenure? 3
I don't
GBMs.
care anything about that. Okay.
Did you come to
I
GBM?
don't care about
Never
that.
you came
Okay.
to GBM. Did you ask it?
I don't care about that, man. But I care about that. If you are general secretary, you have to answer. Okay.
What should you ask? Ask the candidate. That's it. Take the mic.
No. Answer, bro. Why we are electing general secretary? To discuss student matter only, na?
Exactly.
Yeah.
One
It is the student matter.
Guys,
tell me, bro.
Can you
Which one want to answer?
Yeah, we are deviating. I'll answer it and I'll close. Why did you elect general secretary? Because general secretary is supposed to conduct GBMs as per constitution at least once in a semester. I conducted 3 GBMs so far and 1 will happen before we retire. And GBMs are for student concerns. Students can come present their concerns. General secretary will answer it. Okay?
Yeah, those who are screaming, can you tell me? Yeah? Right?
Excuse me.
Same question. I raised that concern several times.
Huh?
I raised that question several times.
Where?
You can ask. Did I ask you? Yeah.
See, this is MTC, meet the candidate. Please understand, you get the full form of abbreviation and then understand that you have to not disturb the decorum of this meeting.
I'm not disturbing, bro.
You are actually
I'm not disturbing.
You're already on the
If
record.
asking question is disturbance, then why you are attending that meeting? Okay, I want to make sure that will not happen in next time. Okay.
See, next time I wanted to make you very clear that you please attend general body meetings. If the next general secretary is intent to conduct it, okay. And also come and ask
I want to
questions.
make sure that only same thing will not happen next meeting. Like one time.
Listen, his tenure is about to end. So
I'm
you
not
ask that
blaming him,
questions to
bro.
the upcoming.
I'm not blaming him.
So it's better to ask
I'm
the
simply
question to the
asking,
upcoming
like if
student
same
and
thing is
secretary.
going to repeat, then what we will do? Then what we are going to do?
Pawan Bhaiya, you have very responsible general secretary candidates, very bright candidates coming ahead. Okay, you can talk to them in the next one. Okay.
Any other questions? Anyone? Any other questions? No? Okay. Huh?
So you have mentioned that we will try setting up Amul outlet in Sayadri campus for better beverage and snack options.
Yeah.
So do you think no one tried before?
See, I don't know. No one tried it before.
So you don't know whether they tried or not.
Listen, let me complete.
You don't.
So
Okay,
I
okay,
discussed it with the Amul people.
Yeah, once again,
I
repeat.
discussed it with the Amul people who is there in the Neela campus. So he told me that Dean is very cooperative with us. The problem is the EWD department. The EWD department is creating a problem regarding that they didn't have the place where they can set up the Amul. So we will try that the Amul could be set up near the Manju canteen. There one shop which is empty, which is of no use. So it's better if we use it for the Amul.
Do you think the previous secretaries did? Do you think the previous secretaries did not try this? Do you think what's the response?
What? Can you
Do you know what's the response they gave when the previous secretaries proposed the same plan?
That I don't know.
So you don't even know what was happened before.
So I know that many people tried for it.
So
Maybe
you know
they are
what
not
they
able
tried.
to convince the people.
So you know what they tried. Can you explain me what did they propose and why it was rejected?
So that was see. All these things were confidential. I know most of the people over here don't know about it.
Nothing is confidential.
No,
Nothing is confidential.
No, you did not answer any of the question that I. Okay, let's just say you don't know about it. You mentioned that pre-order and pre-payment for extras.
Yeah.
So last tenure, they proposed on chicken days on Wednesdays and Fridays. Sorry, on Wednesdays and Fridays, you can have. We can have curd rice at night if you write names in the afternoon. So are you aware of that?
No.
So you don't know whether the things you have mentioned in your manifesto.
See. The pre-payment and pre-order extras is like if at the time of the lunch you want to eat something. So if you order it before the 11 or 12, they will be able to make it. And pre-payment thing is for the betterment of the mess so that the food doesn't waste.
Any other questions? Anyone?
See, in the view of time that we are lagging a lot. Okay, we have to start the most important MTC next ahead. So there is no SAC exclusive MTC round for this guy. So if you wanted to ask, you can ask one last question. Okay, then we'll break for
One last question. Anyone?
Till 5:30, and then we can have Karthikeya and Dharani on stage. Okay.
Anyone? One last question. Okay. Last one question.
Bro, till now you are feeling like you are answering everything. Coming to my friend, you answered something. He answered something, and then you are saying like your manifesto seems to be pointless for me because in everything at the end of the time you are saying like do yourself. Then why the use of your manifesto?
See, that's why the MTC is conducted. Okay. So that you can ask the questions. For that only you were given 10 minutes that you can ask anything about the manifesto. If I will write all the thing on the manifesto, then did you read my manifesto before? That's the thing. So no point of writing it.
Hello, Kaushik. So, can you open the first point in your manifesto? So coffee vending machines. So when we took this for feasibility check with Dean, there were some disadvantages he mentioned. Can you mention that?
So Dean didn't say any advantage, disadvantage. Dean told us that the vending machine which is coming, we will check it for the 1 or 2 months. If it is working well, then we will go for the coffee vending machine.
So when vendor comes, the profit margin for this coffee vending machine is very less. That's why we installed a student-run coffee vending machine.
But that is not the final one.
So unlike snacks vending machine, unlike snacks vending machine, there is not going to be much margin for this coffee vending machines. So did you check with any companies saying that they are willing to come?
Yeah, so I already checked with the cafe coffee day.
Okay.
The general manager, the area manager of the Palakkad.
Okay.
So we are been in the contact with that. So he is like 60 or 40, like 60% he is yes, and for 40% he is in between.
So Cafe Coffee Day has is there a 60% chance that Cafe Coffee Day will come to IIT Palakkad for coffee vending machine?
It's already there, bro. Like when we win the Ahila campus, Cafe Coffee Day was there.
1 minute. Why did that Neela campus Cafe Coffee Day thing got shut down?
Because the people which come, we come from the. He was a very lazy person.
Oh, so Kaushal. 1 minute, we'll end with this, okay? I don't want to extend. Kaushal will ensure that coffee guy who's coming from in his tenure will be very energetic,
Yeah, I can ensure you that.
enthusiastic, not lazy.
Even the coffee vending machine which was installed by the Revant Bhaiya will be also fully functionable.
And coming to the refrigerators, so the dean has mentioned some disadvantages and some points like pros and cons, right? So can you mention the cons for the refrigerators?
Cons are that whenever our birthday is there, we have to go to Kapi, and the Kapi people sometimes charge.
Cons.
Oh, cons, you are asking. So the first most thing is about the cleaning of the refrigerator. Who will clean it? All these.
So who will clean it?
So for that, I have
Hostel
clearly.
council, right? Hostel council, right?
See, I have clearly mentioned only packed food items.
Okay.
So in packed food items, there will be no leakage.
So do you think the students will listen to that? Do you think students will listen to that and they will not put any other things?
So as we discussed with the dean, you were also there. If student didn't follow the all the rules, then we have to stop that.
Okay. And dean also mentioned that you will not be getting the access to CCTV cameras, so if one item is put and if
at your own risk and a log will be maintained in which the whatever who pays he will write.
Who will make sure that whenever the log is maintained, who will make sure of that?
We can put it over the guard.
Okay. So the fridge, where do you want to keep the fridge?
What?
Where do you want to keep the fridge?
That we will put it on in the front of the common room.
So
or either on the
where is
floor.
the guard there?
No guard is there. That's why I said or ground floor, either on common in the front of common room or the ground floor.
And do you know the financial feasibility of that?
Finance that the institute will take care. The EWD.
The institute will not take. And
see, if we can buy a coffee vending machine for 32,500, then we can go with that.
That institute did not take care.
I know that for that institute didn't pay. But we will try to convince them that they would try to pay for it, but it's for the betterment
what
of
is
the
the
student
procedure
only.
for proposing that?
What
is the procedure for proposing that?
So, like if basically the refrigerator will go over the 25,000.
Okay.
So for 25,000 about the purchase of the
that is SAC purchase. So you said that you will request institute, right? So how will you request?
We will go to the dean and we will ask for all the procedures.
And regular room cleaning service. Why do you think it is not happening now? Why do you think it is not happening now?
It's not happening. That's right. Like it's happening in between
it used to happen before.
It's happening in between. It's happening in between the semester breaks only. So and in semester break also, whenever the December break is there, they didn't clean the whole room. They clean only the walls and all these things.
Because they are supposed to do that only. Why? You know why?
Because it's under the policy that.
So did you check the feasibility with me or Dean sir?
I checked feasibility with the hostel manager.
Hostel manager is not responsible for that.
See.
Huh. Huh. But that got changed. But that got changed. But I can show you the mail also. Huh. It is not my responsibility to forward it because he has to. No, it is not my responsibility. It is not my responsibility. It is the responsibility of the administration. No, he has to.
Conclude చేద్దాం బాబు. Conclude చేద్దాం. See, with this we'll wrap up this MTC for the Hostel Affairs Secretary. Okay. Okay. See, I don't want this to happen when General Secretary's MTC is happening, because there are a lot of people who wanted to listen to their, beautiful words that they wanted to present. Okay. Or beautiful. Both of them are not there. Okay. Okay. So please maintain some silence. Let us listen to them. Let us, give them an opportunity to compete with a competitive spirit. Okay. Go back for a break. We'll come back and we'll meet at 5:30 for Gen 6 MTC. Bye.
ఇప్పుడు అది లింక్డ్ ఇన్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఏం చేయాలి